If I only had a brain. Hey, Ellie Shostak here. Hope you are doing well. Today we're going to talk about three words. These three words plague humankind. What are those three words? If I only. If I only. When we're going through a struggle in our lives, specifically when it comes to dating and relationships, one of the most major elements of pain is looking at what somebody else has and thinking in our brains, if I only had this, then I could get that. So, why am I recording this? So, on one of my posts, a follower wrote, "The reason why I am single is because I am not rich and I do not have pretty boy looks. That's what women want. If I only had that, then I'd be able to get any woman I wanted." Okay, now obviously, very simplistic and quite stupid. However, the thought, if I only, can be elevated in anyone's mind, not to that low level of thinking, but to if I had more money, then I'd be able to pay for more things, take people, women, men out on dates and actually enjoy myself, and I'd be able to show them that I could support them. So you see, the mind elevates the concerns. And then you have the looks department. If I only lost weight, then I would. So I want to explain a concept to you that if you fully take it upon yourself today, right now, in this very moment, your life will become so much more enjoyable to live. And if you're in the world of dating and relationships, it can break the patterns of thought to allow you to actually get into something nice and healthy. Are you ready? Okay. So it was about 20 years ago. And was it 20 years ago? Maybe 15, 16 years ago. And I was really into writing screenplays at that point. Okay. And I was going in, and I remember where I was sitting. I used to love to write screenplays and lose myself in the characters and this and that. And and I had what everybody has in this world, credit card debt. And I was thinking, okay, so if I sell my screenplay for $1 million, then I'm going to get out of credit card debt. And if I get out of credit card debt, blah, 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 okay? And in my brain, I'm like really banking on this in my brain. I had the three words, if I only sold the script. If I only, okay? Now, when I was single, by the way, and I started losing the hair, and I was made fun of for being bald, and relationships didn't work out. So I said, if I only had hair, then I'd get into something healthy. So I slapped on a toupee, and that didn't help. For 11 years, I was looking and breaking up with people and hardship and this and that. If I only, if I only, if I only, okay? So I remember like it was yesterday where I happened to go walk over to the book section. I don't remember the book. I pulled it out and I opened it up, and it was this one page, and it said, if you are waiting for something to happen in the future to be happy now, you will never be happy. Okay? And it was literally like somebody took a wrench and the gears of my brain, which had been churning for many, many years prior to that, threw it right in, and ba-boom, gone. I just enjoyed the moment, and I stopped thinking, if only, if I only. Now, how does this relate to dating and relationships? If you look at another person and start to calculate in your brain the reason why he or she has what they have, which, by the way, On the outside, it might look like they have something that you want, and that's why they got what they want. But in the internal being that they are, it's bullshit. You have no idea what's going on inside. But okay, let's just assume, which we know what the word assume means, making an ass out of you and me, okay? If we go ahead and we say, if I only had this, then I would be happy. What are you really saying? Right now, life sucks. Why? Because I need to get that. And what is that? Something that's outside of me. A toupee, $1 million, good looks, a six-pack, okay, not a beer. All right, okay? Whatever it is. You're looking for something outside of yourself in order to make everything right in here. Now, why did I start singing, If I Only Had a Brain? Because the movie Wizard of Oz is exactly proving this point. You got the Scarecrow, you got the Lion, you got the Tin Man, you got Dorothy. They're all trying to go to the wizard to get something so that they can be happy now. In the end of the movie, and I don't want to ruin it for you in case you never saw it, they actually had all these things inside themselves to begin with. And that's the whole point of the movie and drama in general. Usually a person is trying to figure out how to get something from outside, but really it's always from within. So my message to you is the following. When you are experiencing a challenge in the world of dating and relationships, and you can apply this to any aspect of your life, if you find that you are beginning to think about if I only, understand that is not the solution. You might think it is based on what they have, but number one, you never truly know what they have. And I had a counselor of mine when I was in camp years ago, and he said, I love this guy, such a cool guy. He always used to say, why do you think that the grass is greener on the other side of the fence? He said, usually because there's more fertilizer on the other side. Okay? So you think, if I only had greener grass, then I'd be happy. But meanwhile, you got to put more shit in order to get it greener. Okay? Now, that's not always the case. People are going to argue with me and say, oh, no. But if you have the good looks, if you have the... Everything is objective. What one person finds to be good looking, another person finds to be horrific and ugly. You just can't base your entire life on what others have. So here's the key, and this is the reason why I named my coaching program Find the Right One. The world in general thinks, if I only found the right one, then I would be happy. That is bullshit. The right one is you. It has and it always will be. And that's why my clients, one after another, are getting healthy within inside themselves, seeing the greatness that's within them, and then they're able to get into and keep those healthy relationships. Hope that this was helpful. Click subscribe, and have an awesome day.